bitch name.
Do y'all know what the name of our podcast is? Because my husband does.
It's so damn windy that the phone is shaking.
Well, welcome to the Midwest. We're in the middle of the map where wind happens sometimes.
What's up, y'all? We back for episode number 2 of Debauchery Zone.
Is that the name of it?
It's Debauchery Zone.
Are you sure?
Hey, check this out. I got some microphones, right? And I don't know how to hook them up.
So we have no microphones.
So it's gonna sound like how I did on the last video. Actually, it might sound better because now the wind is getting.
We're not on the ocean. Insert sad face as we were in our first episode.
Where we at? A staycation.
We had a little staycation because I was about to go fucking crazy. So we just booked a room and we are on day 2 of that staycation. Actually about to head back home, but we wanted to holler at y'all before we did because first episode we were on the ocean. We're not on the ocean now. We're back in Kansas City. We have a beautiful view here. We're gonna insert some photos. But y'all don't get to see it. So yeah, now time to talk to y'all again because we talked to y'all the first time. The first episode was poly versus swinging. Hopefully that gave you guys some additional information and some knowledge that you did not previously have about either one of the topics. So yeah, that was cool. Just the introduction into probably the terms you hear most. Or that you have heard most. Once you start digging into it and getting in there. No. Once you start getting into it, you find out more. Those are like the probably the most known, polyamory and swinging. But there are so many fucking more, and we learn some new shit every day ourselves. So this episode, we're gonna do something a little bit different. What we doing this episode, babe?
We're gonna pretty much talk about how to start the conversation, how to bring it up that you want to try this, or why you think it's a good idea to try this. Pick your partner's brain. What else?
Do you remember the first time we had the conversation?
Yeah, I feel like it was in the car on a road trip, right?
That was one of them. I think that
was that the first one?
That wasn't the first one. The first one was on the phone, and you was just like, "I want to try this poly shit," and I was just like, "No." And I think the conversation might have been over. No, it wasn't because he honestly just didn't really know what he wanted to try. He heard the word poly, but he didn't have a whole lot of information.
I don't think
on it.
that you said just like no. I think that it was more like how that's gonna work.
Touche. I did not shoot him down immediately, and honestly didn't really know what poly was because the information we had access to was very limited, even in that time. I feel like, and that was just 5 years ago, or maybe it wasn't limited. Maybe we just didn't know where to look. No, I agree. 5 years ago, would you say that there was a whole lot fewer information, a whole lot less information?
It was less
podcast.
It was less, but I mean, it was people that like I forgot the guy name with the 2-year-old things, but come to find out they was kind of on some bullshit.
I don't remember the yes, it was a light-skinned guy, and his girlfriend and his wife looked very much alike. And I think that was one of the first couples I really, really saw. But I had kind of asked him, like, what is it about? I might have said, brushed him off. He brought it up again. And I'm like, I'm just thinking it's just going to be me and him and another girl. And then at some point, he kind of was saying, like, he wanted a girlfriend by himself. I think that's when I just totally shut it down. Like, I'm not bisexual at this point. I wasn't.
I knew that was going to happen.
Flag on the flag.
That shit might happen a lot, y'all.
We don't know what we're doing.
Nah, we don't know what
so
we came here, put that on there.
Oh, no mics. No mics was the first thing, y'all. Remember it was no mics?
There we go. So
okay.
So now I forgot the damn tripod. My bad. But I left it in my car because I had to move my car to let her
That's
out.
no excuse.
For her car.
That information is irrelevant right now.
They need to know.
They need to know that you fucked up.
The fuck shit.
Okay, you fucked up twice.
So I fucked.
And then he didn't put his phone on the charger all night either. So that was 3 times. And so I said, maybe we probably shouldn't record this podcast.
My phone was on your
tonight.
side.
Because it was where?
On your side of the bed.
It was on the floor. That's where your phone was.
How did it end up on the floor?
You tell the people how it ended up on the floor. What you was doing last night?
Well, that same thing you was doing.
Busy and not worried about a goddamn phone. Anywho, we had multiple conversations about it. He really didn't know what he wanted. The conversation in the car was kind of when he told me why he thought the way he thought, which was that he couldn't be with one woman for the rest of his life. And I honestly had curiosity for women, so that wasn't a big deal. But relationship wise, I wasn't out bisexually. Like, I hadn't dated women, so just nothing other than physical connection. So I'm like, I can't have a relationship with a woman. But he wasn't inviting me into it. He was like, I want a girlfriend, I want you, and I want another girl. And we weren't even in a committed relationship at that point. So I shot him down quite a few times during our first conversation. Said that to say, keep trying. And
Facts.
Keep trying.
It took like 4 years.
It was about 4 years, and it worked. But it wasn't because. Also, keep in mind, it wasn't because he was pushing me or forcing me. He dropped the subject every time. I wasn't comfortable because I'm like, if that's who you are, I don't want you to minimize yourself to be with me. And I prefer you to be with whoever you wanted to be with, who would be accepting of that lifestyle. But he thought I was worth waiting around for, so we just kind of kept bringing it up. And here we are teaching you motherfuckers about it.
Trying.
Attempting.
So, I'll say this. There's a right time and there's a wrong time to bring up the conversation.
What would be the wrong time to bring it up?
During the argument.
Oh, for sure.
During the argument.
That makes sense.
Wrong time to bring up that you want to try some other shit. Because it's gonna get shot down,
and it's gonna be, and your partner will probably try to relate that to why you're arguing in the first place.
Especially if y'all arguing about some shit they gotta do with somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
So what will be a more preferential time to bring up thoughts? I
always say best time to bring up thoughts is in the bed.
And
like before bed, like that's the time you're gonna probably have your best talks, honestly.
Well, no, ours was actually not before; it was during the act. You would bring it up a lot during the act, and that's when I would just keep getting frustrated. Like, are you gonna? I said, yeah, go find somebody to do something with. I was with that. I just didn't want a relationship, but he would never find nobody. So eventually, I'm like, if you don't quit talking about this shit, I don't want to hear about it anymore. And he finally figured it out. But yeah, during the act.
I don't know.
No, maybe that's not. Maybe we aren't normal people. So.
But I also don't know if that was just me wanting to fuck on somebody.
Yeah, that wasn't poly. That was
it was totally different.
That was just
situation. But,
having fun.
But so we're gonna pretty much talk about more on the swinging for this conversation.
Okay, so for this, are we though?
My bad, y'all. It's gonna happen. Y'all gonna come on this journey.
I wish I could tell y'all this is our first podcast, but technically this is our first together, and we've had one individually each.
Hey, it's Wendy. We still gonna do this shit.
And
y'all gonna go through this shit with us, man.
We're gonna become a meme. If we become a meme, that means a lot of motherfuckers seen this video, so I'm okay with that.
I'm just trying to make sure it don't fall.
Welcome to the Midwest. We're in Kansas City, Missouri. Like, so it's just, it might be snowing
This
tomorrow.
is only episode 2, so y'all gonna see shit get better. You know what I'm saying?
Or y'all might not.
Y'all gonna see shit get better. But right now, it's the type of shit y'all need to see, man. It's
So I think, babe, that we should actually not necessarily really narrow down what we're talking about, but just the idea of bringing things up, it should be for the sake of ethical non-monogamy, period. Because what I'm finding is that both fall under the umbrella of ethical non-monogamy. But what I'm finding, especially in talking to a lot of women lately, is they have these thoughts and feelings. It's not just men who have them. Women have the thoughts and feelings of wanting to be with someone other than their primary partner. A lot of times, yeah. So why don't you just
keep
quick
going.
It's gonna be take 5, take 6.
Keep going.
A lot of women have the thoughts. They are in a relationship. They are happy. It's not even necessarily being unhappy. It's just having another need that they want to be filled. And polyamory for sure is about maybe one person not checking all your boxes. And as far as the sex aspect of it and the more recreational, physical part, you might have an additional need that you want somebody else to fill. Or maybe it's just the same need. You just want multiple people to fill it. There are different ways to look at it, but the conversation can go both ways. That's what she said.
So pretty much,
just talking about having thoughts that aren't.
so curiosity.
Yeah. And that's what started a lots of it. It may be because you do know another couple who is openly polyamorous, and you know a couple who host lifestyle parties, and you do know people who have these relationships that are not monogamous, that are very openly non-monogamous, and it's not bad to discuss that topic. So that's why we do so freely, so that there is representation, because I believe it matters. It don't matter, no matter what we're talking about. So most people are curious. Most people see something happening, hear about something happening, or they just have thoughts. Growing up, I had thoughts that weren't normal, but I shunned them because they were not normal. If I knew that there was a lifestyle that accepted those type of thoughts, I would have become more resourceful in learning about it, which may be why I didn't shut him down immediately when he brought up another woman, because I've had thoughts before, I've had feelings, I've had interactions. So curiosity, whether you're thinking about it, you're watching it, maybe it's porn, maybe you watching a podcast. Fantasies for sure can be a part of it. And I guess we're pro everything, but it's more so whatever you're wanting to do, or whoever you're wanting to be, not to suppress that for the sake of another individual, even if it's your partner. So that's why we encourage.
And that's really what it's all about. It's the lifestyle should make your partnership strong. It should make it. Should.
If you have the third time. Bloopers. It should make your partnership stronger if you have a strong partnership. If you do not, if there is infidelity and trust issues, not the knuckles. If you have these problems, it's not going to make your relationship stronger. It's going to make it worse. If you don't trust your partner, if you feel uncomfortable in situations where the opposite gender or the same gender, because we are the Rainbow Coalition, don't talk about it. Yeah. Figure out how to fix your relationship before you have this conversation. And that maybe should have been the caveat. If you're constantly having issues and arguments, maybe the lifestyle is for you, but it may not be for you. Man, with that person.
You know if your relationship is toxic or if it ain't toxic.
No, they don't, because a lot of people are narcissistic and they don't believe that there's a problem in the first place.
No, everybody know. You know when you ain't supposed to be with somebody.
Do you think everybody knows that?
They do know.
Or mature individuals can acknowledge that.
People choose to just stay and deal with the shit, and people don't like to start over. But people know.
They become comfortable being uncomfortable.
Here we go. When you're a kid, you're taught right and wrong. Everyone knows right and wrong. But that's the same thing as you know if this is the right motherfucker for you or if it's not.
That's if you have a normal brain, but everybody doesn't, baby. Some people have mental issues that stop you from acknowledging what the truth is. Cut that back.
So pretty much, if you want to jump into this lifestyle, if you want to explore this lifestyle, make sure you're honest
with yourself first.
With yourself, and then when you bring that conversation up, don't bring it up in a fucked up way, which can be one-sided.
Don't blame. Don't place blame.
For sure. Don't do that.
Don't place your thoughts and feelings and your curiosity. If it is a result of the lack of something in your partner, that's a different conversation. Your conversation with your partner about what's lacking is one thing. And that's the thing. It's not about the fact that something is missing. It's just about honesty. Not because my husband didn't have sex with me enough times, just that I like sex and I want to have sex again with someone else. Like, I don't have to, if my husband doesn't have enough sex with me, that's a separate conversation. So don't tie that into this one. The lifestyle isn't about permission, it's about partnership. If you are going to explore it, then essentially you can have that conversation, but you have to take four.
It's not a take because we ain't stopping.
It's not a take, but if we had the thingamajiggy,
it's my boy Mondo back there.
He hooking up the hotel while we.
My boy Mondo.
Quit being racist. So yeah, it's about a partnership.
Smoke break.
You have to decide together. And if through that conversation, then you understand that maybe it's not for you with them, or maybe it's not for you, or it might be for them and not for you. So it's just about coming to the understanding. And then that way, then it can't be infidelity if you've had the community. Well, it could be. It can still be infidelity, but when you have a conversation with your partner about what your needs are, then they're aware what they are. I don't say just do something anyway. I'd say in the relationship if it doesn't coincide with how you really feel and what you want.
So it's a lead with curiosity.
What is it?
Stop. So lead with curiosity, not with pressure. So
give me an example. How would you bring it up? I don't remember how you brought it up, but if you want to tell the people how you brought it up.
I definitely probably brought it up one-sided. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, you know what I'm saying? But as you grow into this shit and you get further along in it and you learn more and you go through shit, you really realize what it's really about, which is about both of us. And so when you bring it up and you kind of want to bring it up on some, let me see how they would, what's a good way to bring it up?
I came across this podcast.
It's something that
it was called Debauchery.
It's something that I was reading and it was very interesting and I want to see what your take is on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grab it before it falls.
So then that would be, and you said you brought it up one-sided, but honestly, someone who has no visibility or no knowledge of the lifestyle, that would be the only way. Like, this is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking. But yeah, I came across this podcast or this book. Of course, then your partner might be open to reading or watching, or they may not, but it's kind of like, with having the knowledge that it is a partnership, then that conversation would need to include the two of you. So if you came across this podcast, then you also want your partner to look at the podcast with you. It's kind of trying to make it about us and not just about me. Because as we've experienced it, we do understand that it benefits both of us. There are things that benefit me when I'm not even involved. And that is a connection that him and I share. And everyone doesn't, I get it, but they're just, you learn yourself. You learn what makes you happy. You learn that sometimes your partner's happiness, you share that. Him being with someone else and me not being involved at all is something that makes me happy.
And a lot of people don't realize that it's about your partner too. Like it ain't just about how you feel. It's about how that person feel. And if your partner wants to experience something, they share that with you. You know what I'm saying, in confidence and being all the way 100 with you, and y'all gonna have to figure out a way. If you really fuck with your partner, if you really love your partner, and you want your partner to be happy, you're probably gonna have to go through that situation or whatever it is, and then y'all can have a conversation again after it, revisit it, and see it, and go from there.
And then, or it might not be after. Your partner might have stopped you in the dead middle of the shit and said, "Hey, I don't like it." And you have to respect that, because the only way that you guys will grow together is to go through those growing pains. So let's give them an example of a bad way to bring up the lifestyle. So I'm interested in a lifestyle. I'm gonna bring the idea to my husband. I haven't cheated on him. I'm just interested in a lifestyle. So we're gonna give you a bad example of maybe what you should not do. Okay. Hey babe, how was your day?
It was good. How was your day?
My day was okay. I'm glad you had a good day. So, yeah, you really ain't been pleasing me in the bedroom, and so I've been looking at this. Yeah, we're not real orgasms. So I've been looking at this porn, and I've been seeing a lot of like fucking, these threesomes and shit, and that shit looks super fucking dope. And I think if we had a threesome, that I would be more pleased, because I don't think you do enough for me in the bedroom. So if we brought another person in, maybe I could finally come in. So what do you think about that?
That definitely ain't the right fucking way. Because first of all, you just down the fuck out of your partner. Instead of shit. That's harsh. But it's reality, because motherfuckers do.
That's why some people get curious, because some people are curious because they are not getting something, to be completely honest. That is how it works sometimes.
So bringing it up in a softer way with some better words, or it's just all about the way you bring it up.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's do a good version of that. All right. Hey babe, how was your day today?
What's up, baby? It was good. How's yours?
It was okay. I was just thinking, and I feel like, sometimes when I look at women, I just get really attracted to them. And I know you like women, because, you like women. And I was just, maybe bringing someone into our personal space would increase our sex life. And maybe you would be pleased. And then I would get to see if that's something that I would be interested in. What do you think about that?
You sure that's something you want to do?
I think I want to try it, and I would love to try it with you.
Okay, I'm not against that.
Okay, let's talk about it later.
I'm good with that. Boom. It can be that simple sometimes, but it also, sometimes people just don't have good communication, and that other person couldn't kind of take that.
Still take it the wrong way.
Believe it or not, there are guys who don't want to share their woman with another woman.
Period. I broach the topic in relationships like, hey, if you think you want to have sex with another woman, why don't you tell me, and maybe we can do it together. And one of my ex-boyfriends was just, no. And I'm like, who doesn't want another woman? I thought that was this dream that every man had. Apparently it wasn't. He was fucking another bitch anyway, so he ended up cheating on me. But when I brought the idea to him, which was actually the second relationship that I had did that in, nobody ever. And I would say take the bait, but it wasn't bait, because I was interested in women, so I would have been down. But yeah.
And I don't think that most of the time it doesn't have anything to even do with he don't want to share you. It probably had something to do with he want to be able to control you. So most of the time, guys want to be able to control their girl, their wife, their woman, whatever the relationship is, and sometimes the nigga back door.
And do it anyway.
And go do it, especially if you done told him which chick you didn't talk, you know what I'm saying? And then it can be a backdoor situation, but a lot of dudes be just wanting to make sure that they are in control and they don't want their partner doing shit.
And some men also will use that in a different scenario to bring the idea of polyamory to their woman. Like they're already having sex with another woman, and they're gonna try to manipulate. Hey, this is who I want. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. She want to bring her in. She's down. Not being honest with her in the first place because he wouldn't be cheating on her. Probably not being honest with the other woman either. But then bringing her into the home and then creating even more toxic situation. So some men do attempt to use that as a way to manipulate their woman and as an ultimatum. You do this or we're done. And the woman may not have even been bisexual, so then it's just a relationship with him and the other woman, and could possibly benefit everybody in this situation. But if there's no trust, then that's going to be hard, especially when you bring someone else in. If I don't trust him, then how am I going to trust him with someone else? I have to trust him first, and then any issues I'm going to have is going to be with my husband, not with anyone else that we bring into our personal space. So yeah.
I also would say don't try to do this. If you just get with a person, don't try to do that shit as soon as y'all get together.
Yes, you should.
Well, if that's what you want, if y'all haven't established, like, I feel like you shouldn't. Only because of the trust situation.
But also remember that this isn't just polyamory we're talking about. So this may just be a casual relationship.
I'm not talking about poly
people.
At all.
Okay,
right now.
So casual relationship between two people. If I know I'm okay with it and you know you're okay with it, then that's something we can explore together regardless of when we started the conversation. Now, if you can't acknowledge that the person you're talking to gets angry and irate if they see you looking at a person of the
no, because
gender.
I feel like if you are already in a relationship with this person, that shit could have been brought. If y'all was just on some casual, let's say just fucking around, right? Before y'all went into this relationship, that shit could have been brought up then.
But I'm saying, babe, everything is in a relationship. You're assuming it's a relationship. You don't have to have a relationship with someone. You don't have to be in a committed relationship to explore ethical non-monogamy together. Because I might just be casually interacting with you, and I want us to go to an ethical non-monogamy party, and we can do that together, and then we can engage in physical activity when we get there.
Swinger party.
But you don't have to be my man. I'm sure everybody that you took to those events may not have been your woman. Right?
No, I always went by myself.
It's people that could go
I probably went to one, and we wasn't. I was dealing with it for a long ass time.
Okay,
you know
but we know because we host events and we go to
but
events. Everybody isn't in a relationship.
We also didn't speak on that type of shit. We already knew what each other was on because we met in certain situations.
And that's what I'm saying. Some people, if I meet you and you're this way and I'm this way, then yeah, I can talk to you and say, let's try to do this together. Or are you interested in trying to do this thing that you haven't tried yet? And we can do that together. But we still might not be in a relationship.
Yeah. I just feel like if y'all just got together and 2 days after we done made this an official thing, I want to introduce this type of shit, I don't think that's cool.
But I'm saying, what if it's not official?
I'm saying if it is official, and I just literally said if it's official.
Oh, okay, so it can be non-official too.
Yeah, if that's what they decide. But I'm saying if I just get with you, if me and you finally in a relationship.
We weren't even together when you brought up poly, though.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about I'm giving an example. If me and you just got together, we just really start rocking, like, in a relationship, like we've made it official. You're my girlfriend. I'm your man. 2 days later, I'm like, hey, I want to do this. I want to try to do this. I personally don't think that's cool. Give it some time because you don't know where the shit's gonna go. First of all, y'all still building trust. You have to have some trust to let a motherfucker do, you know what I'm saying, I just don't think you should bring it up or ask the questions, but you can.
Yeah,
I mean,
we can.
it ain't no
We agree to
rules
disagree
it.
because I think you should say it immediately. That way, you give that other person an opportunity to bail. Because
Immediately should have been before we got in a relationship.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that should be an option too, because some people, it's a non-negotiable. If I'm ethical non-monogamous and I meet someone and they're not, that's a non-negotiable for me. Some people, they don't care. They'll date people who aren't. I feel like it'll help avoid drama. If I'm ethically non-monogamous and you aren't quite that way, but you want to be, but you're in a relationship or you're straddling the fence.
Would you rebuttal my question by saying, would you rebuttal back with, why you didn't bring that up before?
If they said it when?
Right after we got in a relationship.
If I would inquire about where the idea came from, if somebody would tell me that this is something that they've always thought about, then yes, I would have asked, why didn't they bring it up as soon as, that's like a part of the dating process, in my opinion, because that's your life, that's who you are. So for us, it's a lifestyle we lead, and to interact with someone, they have to be in that lifestyle, otherwise it can cause problems. You can choose to deal with people who are not in the lifestyle, but you can definitely increase the drama by doing that. So for me, I tell people immediately. Anybody who follows me, friends with me, heard of me, probably knows from the gate, if you see somebody out with me and this man, y'all probably gonna assume the worst any damn way.
Yeah, so yeah, that was just my whole argument was, we're in a relationship. Just getting a relationship, because that could have been told a long time ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when a nigga already been exploring that shit.
Yeah,
before
and
he
so
got in a relationship.
Because you was already thinking about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Right,
yeah, and that's what he did. He told me from the beginning we were not in a relationship yet, so it wasn't a surprise to me when these conversations would come up, because I already was familiar enough with this man that I wasn't maybe not even dating. I think it was just fucking, to be completely honest, when he first told me about how he felt about it. That gave me plenty of opportunity to say, no, I'm not trying to deal with that. So that's definitely something to consider as well. We check in with each other a lot since we've been in this lifestyle. Just an emotional check-in, honesty check-in, like, where are you feeling with it? We've been... when we were exploring polyamory, it was, we're dating the same woman. How are you feeling about what's going on? Because as a couple, a part of the conversation is setting the expectation of what we want this to look like. You can't tell me how to poly. You can poly one way and I'm a poly a different way. Essentially, everything that we do should be ethical, meaning we should be communicating on my needs, my wants, my feelings, and if those change, he's the first person I tell him to. We've been doing this for 5 years and they have changed 50 times because we try something and we don't like it, or we try something and it feels miserably, and so we constantly connect with each other, and he doesn't even fucking like talking. So through this relationship, we've definitely built our communication a lot. I love talking, but then had to understand that sometimes there's no need for it, or I can't always talk. There's not always going to be a conversation if things are heated and we need to kind of chill out. So yeah, check in with your partner constantly, especially if you're the one that has those thoughts and they didn't initially. You want to make sure that trying this lifestyle, as they try this for you essentially, and to see whether or not they'll like it, that they're okay too. Because the relationship foundation that you two have needs to be the strongest. Otherwise, bringing someone else in is just going to cause conflicts, for sure.
Don't get, if your partner brings something up to you like that, don't get defensive. Listen and try to see where your partner's coming from. Because you're not even, if you automatically get on the defensive side if your girl asks for one of her fantasies to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? That can be with a woman, that can be with a man, it can be with multiple men, it can be with a whole lot of different shit, because everybody has their own thing that might turn them on or they feel like they want to do before they, pass. But
before they pass
away, shit, everybody got a bucket list. Fuck it.
Why are we dying?
I'm just saying, everybody got a bucket list, you know what I'm saying? And before you leave this fucking realm or whatever you want to call it, I feel like I've done shit, all that shit that I wanted to do, for real.
No, you haven't.
Name it.
I don't know, but it's gotta be something you ain't did.
No, you can't tell me that.
So
it ain't.
everything.
Now maybe I might think of something later or something.
I'll give you 5 minutes.
No,
Okay.
I still ain't gonna think of nothing right there. But you know what I'm saying.
Let me tell y'all something about the Browns. If you don't know, listen, honey, we live our lives like, no expectation. No, not no expectations. Just judgment free. If you judge us, we embrace you anyway. Mostly it's some internal shit going on with you, but what we eat don't make you shit. So
yeah, we don't give a fuck.
We live our lives, and to have explored things that have been on a bucket list I didn't even know was on my bucket list. We do what the fuck we want to do, and that's whether we're in Kansas City or whether we're traveling or whether you see us in person. We gonna be the same motherfuckers. We're very consistently crazy, so we do what the fuck we want to do, and we encourage you to do the same. I've been getting frustrated with talking to women because we struggle to know our worth, and even having thoughts about things like being polyamorous, or being in the lifestyle, or even trying. We always tell people, just come to a party, see how it is, sit down, sit back, chill, observe, and you will either say, ew, this is fucking gross, I'm never coming back, and storm off. Or most people, 99% of the people are intrigued. I've never seen somebody leave a party that it was their first time. Not that it doesn't happen. Usually people are leaving if somebody is not being ethical or there are being issues within that event. But just try.
That's the easiest answer we can get.
Yeah, just try.
Come to a party. See, check it out. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. I think people feel like they're obligated to do something when they come to a party. You don't have to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Number 5, that took a while for that to happen. Y'all, the weather is fucking beautiful though. I will tell y'all that.
Y'all taking this goddamn on journey with us, man. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna fuck up on episode 3 too. Maybe we'll have somebody come with us on episode 3. We gotta find some victims.
But
speaking of victims, this is totally off topic, but we have been we've been experiencing some struggles recently, and it seems that people, I don't know if people think we're like fucking, what's the pimp? No, you're not a pimp. What's the dude? Hugh Hefner? Are you like, what's Hugh Hefner?
I don't know what that, I wouldn't even call him a pimp.
I don't know. I think people are misinformed about us. I think people make a lot of judgments about us, and they assume that we're a certain kind of way. We don't have a sexual addiction or anything. We don't just be fucking anybody and everybody. That's not what we do. Just because we host events doesn't mean.
There you go. I knew it was gonna happen, y'all. It's getting windy as a motherfucker out here.
But ain't about to be no tornado. We over there where Dorothy is at the Yellow Brick Road. So yeah, I think they think we be fucking like maniacs and we be fucking everybody. I don't know what the misconception is. Maybe because we talk so much shit. And you better believe we are very consistent, like I said. So we talk shit, we mean shit. But yeah, it's a little weird. Everybody seems to think I think they think we're really, really big whores. I think that's what it is.
I don't know what it is either. But y'all need to get with the motherfucking program.
Or don't. Because somebody will. You don't have to join Death Row. Somebody will want to join Death Row. Multiple somebodies. Hey, holla at me. Okay, so y'all, check in with your partner through the beginnings of these journeys. Check in very, very often. There's not a such thing as checking in too much, because I want him to be comfortable. He wants me to be comfortable. If neither one of us are comfortable, it's not gonna work. If you can't even tell your partner you're not comfortable, it's not going to work, because then things will happen that you're not okay with and they haven't been communicated with, so they might continue to happen. So it's essentially about just making everybody feel at peace with the relationship, whether it's something short term.
I'm about to just hold this motherfucker.
Just one night out. Your thumb is very big.
That's not my thumb, man. That's my thumb.
Yeah. Your palm of your hand. Smacking that ass.
Hey, so don't. I'm about to say, don't try this shit if you know your partner. Don't. If you know your partner is a jealous person, don't do it.
Because jealousy comes natural in the lifestyle. People don't. I mean, we're not gonna admit that we never get jealous.
It's going crazy now.
I know. We going crazy. We are not gonna admit that jealousy has never occurred. Now we will tell you.
That's how we gonna do it. Let me move my hand, y'all. We just gonna, yeah. That's where we at with it now.
All right. We're not going to tell you jealousy doesn't occur. We will tell you that it's a very natural thing and it can happen. I will tell you it doesn't happen often. I haven't been jealous of him being with someone or something happening in a very, very, very long time. And to be completely honest, being in the lifestyles made me much more comfortable with myself, much more comfortable with my body, who I am, whether I'm big or small. I just fucking love myself. And I think I've really gotten to know that through this liberation and freedom I have of just being able to do what I want to do, say what the fuck I want to say, do who I want to do. And I can tell him who I want to do. He can tell me who he want to do, and ain't nobody mad about shit. Like, and if you are mad, that's something you can process. We can talk about it later and work through the shit, because it's my nigga. We on here till the wheels fall off. We gonna give y'all some scenarios. We kind of already did like a little role play conversation just to end conversation. Just to it was a long night, y'all, just to ease y'all into it. But we're gonna kind of go through some of the things that you could use in these certain scenarios, and tell y'all what we think about it. He got tired of that real quick.
Tired of that motherfucking shit, man. It's windy, y'all.
I'm cute today. I just got my hair cut, y'all. I see my tattoo.
So we're gonna do we're gonna read some scenarios, and then we're gonna give y'all like a couple seconds, and y'all can say if they are, what is it, red flags or green flags?
Yeah, red flags or green flags. Okay, let's see here. All right, so if we ever do this, I want to go into it as a team. Same rules, same respect, same pace.
Is that red flag or is that green flag?
There's all them damn chips on the ground, man.
Fuck them chips up.
Them was mine. I got barbecue for you.
Oh, okay.
So, I
don't think that's a. I don't think that's a bad way to.
No, that's a good way. That's a good way.
That's a green flag.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to decide how we feel about this together. So definitely a great way to approach just even the conversation, or to think about talking about the conversation. Another situation would be, I'd only be comfortable if we keep it in the same room. Would that work for you? What do y'all think? Is that a green flag or a red flag?
Which one was that again?
Setting some boundaries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely a green flag. Same room is very common in the lifestyle, and believe it or not, there is a connection. Anybody in the lifestyle will be familiar. There's a connection you have with your partner. Maybe everybody don't have it. I ain't been partnered with nobody but this one. But being in the same room and that happens definitely makes that connection a whole lot stronger. Just being with your partner in a bunch of these scenarios makes that connection a whole lot stronger. But you'll often hear or see people talk about same room, and that's what that means. It may be just that's where I'm more comfortable. I'd be more comfortable if you're watching me and I'm watching you, and those are our boundaries.
Safety. It can be a few different reasons why you want to do it. be in the same room. You know what I'm saying? But okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so if your partner come up to you and they be like, "Hey, I signed us up for this lifestyle party. We gonna hit this lifestyle party up," and they didn't tell you about it before they signed y'all up. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not even be into that type of shit. Is that a red flag or is it a green flag?
It's red.
Because y'all didn't speak on it.
You can't fucking do some shit and then tell somebody you did some shit and they a part of what you about to do. Like that you're keeping secrets. And that's actually very bold. And I'm not gonna make that gender specific because it could just definitely be either gender, but now I feel pressure. You signed us up for a lifestyle party. We've never even had a conversation about what lifestyle is, what it means, what you want, what I want, and you expect us to go to a place where people are casually having sex with each other together.
I have heard a few people. I've heard females say that they've been asked to go to a party with guys, but they don't know what kind of party it is until they get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, first of all, it's gonna fuck up. They're gonna be fucked up that whole night in there. You know
Who is they? The girl.
The girl and the guy, because she's gonna definitely, if she's not with it, she's gonna definitely make sure he knows she's not with it, but it's probably gonna be in a whole different way.
Yeah, and
in there.
And it's actually what happens with that, which is why a lot of people have to be vetted to attend certain type of events, is because then
what's vetted? Because some people don't know what
I'm
vetted.
sorry. So being vetted is something you'll hear a lot in the lifestyle, because if we do host these parties or if there's a lifestyle club, they don't want just anyone in there. Now, can I tell 100% that you're in the lifestyle? No, I can't. Everybody's not in the lifestyle when they're wanting to attend. Some people are curious, like we talked about before, but they will search. You will have to send in your driver's license. They will check your social media, and when I say that, I mean not Facebook. It is social media specifically for things of this nature. You will have to submit photos for verification, things of that nature, and so then they know exactly who you are when you're coming in. They have a copy of your driver's license. They know how to get in touch with you, because we set boundaries for these events and there are rules that you have to follow. Naturally, everyone doesn't, but if you can go to the same event consistently and realize that everybody is following rules, that's going to be a good time.
And it's different everywhere. So everybody's vetting process is different.
Yeah, for sure. It may be just, if so-and-so brought you, you're good because I know so-and-so's good. And so I trust so-and-so. And so I'm okay with you coming to this event. So yeah, when that happens, but if you're bringing someone who isn't in the lifestyle and doesn't know what's happening, then the energy that they're going to bring when they're sitting there unhappy or yelling and screaming and wanting to fight, maybe the other person involved or anyone they're talking to or seeing, then that affects the outcome of the whole event. So it's just best when you go somewhere that, I mean, it just makes sense. Like, why would you take someone somewhere they don't know where they're going? But, you know, people do a lot of things. Now, what I will tell you is somebody that does that type of behavior is somebody that has done it before. Maybe not in that specific situation, but it's probably somebody you already got trust issues with because they a fucking liar. But, which one?
One of them.
I'm really into the idea, but if you're not, we'll drop it. What do y'all think that is? Is that a green flag or a red flag? So I'm into the idea right off the rip. If you're not into it, let's drop it. We don't even have to talk about it anymore. What do you think that is? I taught him well, y'all. I taught him well, because initially he would have definitely fucking said green.
Because it can be.
It's manipulation.
Yeah.
I'm trying to manipulate you to feel bad because you're not with it without even giving you a chance to respond.
But in a way, it can be green because they said if you're not into it, like, yeah, they didn't give you a chance to respond.
Personalities mean a lot. So a person who made that statement has a very strong personality. Oftentimes people that are partnered with those people don't have strong personalities. Someone who does not have a strong personality will listen to that statement.
How many is that?
Number 6, y'all. We on number 6. Somebody that does not have a strong personality may feel guilty because their partner says, if you're not into it, we'll drop it. And just out of that feeling of guilt, say, okay, let's try it. Because then you may just ask them, what do they think about it? Once you add that caveat at the end without even giving them a time to respond, to me, it feels like a red flag. It feels like it's a little bit of manipulation, and it can be that way. I'm an alpha woman. If you ask me something, I don't give a fuck what you say. If I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it. If I'm
So could it go both ways?
It could. That's what she said. It could go both ways, but yeah, that's a little tricky. That just kind of depends on who's in the scenario and who we're talking about.
Oh, I like this one.
Okay, you do that one. Oh.
Shit.
That's perfect though.
Yeah, okay, so maybe one of us can try first, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go do it and you wait outside or you wait in the other room. You stay in there, I'm gonna go in here and do my thing, and I'll let you know how it goes.
You gonna let me know how the pussy was that you just went there and get the fuck out of here, man. What the fuck you mean you're gonna conveniently go first? No, what?
Green flag?
No.
Red flag?
Red, no. No. Pressure. You're trying to pressure them into, and it's a thing. Being by yourself in this lifestyle is a thing. But that means you're not partnered. That means you can be partnered with multiple people because you are by yourself. So that's definitely a thing. But if you're in a partnership and you're trying to broach this topic together and explore this lifestyle together, then how is your idea to try to do it alone? And then let me come back and give you step-by-step, play-by-play about how fucking this bitch was. Man, get the fuck out of my face.
People like that though.
Yes, no, for sure. And that's why it's like, yeah, no, it's
like
definitely people that are like that. What about like, okay, I saw this lifestyle cruise. Let's just book it right away. We don't need to talk about it today. Let's just book it.
You have some people that you have couples that are cool with just spontaneous shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But in these scenarios, we're talking about
It's all
both couples
one-sided.
not being in the lifestyle.
Okay.
So you're trying to bring the topic to me about it, and it could go both ways. That's what she said. You're trying to bring me into liking the lifestyle, and I'm new in it, so I'm trying to get to know it. So that could be an option. Another one is I'm in it, but this is a cruise, so it's a different type of lifestyle experience. So either way, either way you look at it, it's kind of like just being pressured.
Because one person can be still trying to get used to it, or trying to get their feet wet, or still might be on the fence.
But and on the flip side, what if we're in the lifestyle together, but I just think maybe a cruise is too much because it's 1,000, 2,000 people that are in the lifestyle on a boat together, and maybe that's not a step that I'm comfortable with going to.
And then there's people that don't respect boundaries in the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Even those rules to this. There's people that don't respect boundaries. My bad, y'all. I had my finger on that damn camera.
In any of these scenarios that we speak of, we're talking about the lifestyle, but if they sound familiar to you, it might just be a different topic topic and the way that your partner is talking to you about any of these things. And I mean, we ain't here to judge, but manipulation is a thing, pressure is a thing, narcissism is a thing, victim blaming is a thing. So sometimes people will try to make you feel a certain kind of way so they can change the outcome of how you'll respond or if you'll participate in certain things. I guess it's just really important to know that you may not always be on the same level of understanding, on the same level of expertise, or even just the same level of participation. Maybe he wants to go to a lifestyle party weekly and I want to go monthly. As partners, no matter what we decide, if we have two difference of opinion, we just got to come together and figure out what we're going to do. We'll do bi-weekly. Oh, okay, great. So that's the compromise as well. So communication and compromise, I feel like, are two things that we've really been doing a lot of. Yeah, we're going to do one more because this is pretty good. So maybe there's someone that I've been attracted to. Would you be open to inviting them in? Is that a red flag or a green flag, y'all? What y'all think? What you think, babe?
It would have to be a conversation. I think that it could be green. It can be definitely green, but it also could be red because how long have you been, you know what I'm saying? How long have you been thinking about this? How long have you been having your eye on this person? Have you and this person have conversations?
Have you already cheated on me with this person? Have you fucked them? Have you been talking to them every day on Messenger? Have y'all met up with each other? So it could be red for those reasons. It could be green. If I don't know the word.
Where is this camera at?
It's on, right where your thumb finger is.
But why?
It's right.
That thing see everything.
My bad. So if I don't know what the word crush is, I'm 43 years old. I'm 43. Either I want you or I don't. It's real simple. But if you want somebody, if he tells me he wants somebody, for me, the first question isn't, well, have you and this bitch been talking and what y'all been talking about and how? Because I know my partner. That's for me. So that's me personally. I wouldn't ask any of those questions. If he's telling me that, he's trying to see if I'm interested in that person too. So generally my response is no, not for me. I don't care if you decide to pursue it or not. Because that's the relationship we have. Now, but we've also had all these experiences that's built our trust for one another. So the verbiage in itself really could be the issue, because if I just said, hey, I wanted to have sex with someone, they are attractive, it may be different. The word crush, I guess, in that kind of tells me that you probably have been watching them and you feel a certain kind of way about them. It seems a bit immature, but I'm also a very analytical person, so I'll break that little word down to pieces. What do you think?
I mean, well, good thing we didn't actually say crush. It was just say he was somebody you've been attracted to.
Oh yeah, touche.
Crushing is a little different.
That means you kind of been watching them.
Yeah, crushing is a little different.
And honestly, with this lifestyle, if my husband came to me and said, I have a crush on this girl, because I personally know what that means for him. I already know what that means. That means he's been just observing the person. He likes something they do. They're probably artistic, may or may not be pretty, because but I wouldn't be offended by that. But I'm also not offended by a lot of things anymore because of the lifestyle. If I said that to him, I don't know if you'd get the same response though.
She don't bring questions like that to me often, so.
But if I said, babe, I had a crush on this guy, what would your response be?
I don't know. It all depends on probably the guy, for real.
And I don't I think I'm just gay and this is just my only heterosexual relationship, because I don't tend to be in a guy as much, but it would probably spark some questions for sure for him, because it's not normal. If I said I had a crush on a girl, he would already know who she is, because I've already said something about her to him. So that's just because we communicate so fucking much about everything. But yeah, wording is important. You know your partner better than we do. This isn't the final guide of how you introduce a conversation about ethical non-monogamy to anybody. These are suggestions and scenarios we're going through, mainly just because we've been through them, we're familiar with them, and we're always here for questions and to answer any questions, and also any just ideas. Sometimes it's just, okay, do you think this is a good idea? Maybe not. I just saw y'all arguing on Facebook last week. I really don't think it's a good idea to talk to your partner about being with another guy that you've also been talking to on Facebook for the last 3 months, and you do have a crush on that motherfucker. So, I mean, those would literally be my exact words if you ask me. So yeah, I think the verbiage is important. Tone is always important. Soft language is important, because this isn't a normal thing. Non-monogamy isn't normal, and I mean it's not. It's the minority. We're the minority because of our skin color. Non-monogamy is the minority of relationship types. I'm 99% sure it is. Don't quote me on that number. I don't know statistics. But just stay curious. Like I said with Babe, it wasn't a badgering me and trying to manipulate me into wanting to be poly, or I actually had asked him initially like some scenarios, and I think he sent me a video of a really, really ghetto woman yelling in the middle of the street about having a sister wife, and I was just like, this isn't a good way to convince me. And then I watched a show on Netflix, and it was a Caucasian man with about 6 wives and a combine. Everybody had their own house, and they hated each other. That wasn't the way to convince me. Like, find positive books. I think Unethical Slut is a really big go-to.
So just to jump in that real quick, I didn't send them to show you. I didn't send them specific shows, because that dude was polygyny. Like, he was married to them, and they didn't live in the same house. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I found that show on my own.
I was just showing you, and then I don't even remember showing you nobody with no chick.
Yeah, it was just, it wasn't a lot.
I just be sending shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't he would just send it, but because I'm trying to learn more about this thing that he's brought to me that I know nothing about, I'm also looking. I'm looking for places to get more information on what this looks like. And in all reality, we figured out what it looks like for us, because you can't like I'm not gonna poly the same way you poly, so I can't have the rules in your household in mine. They're generally gonna be different based on those people and what their wants and needs are. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways, is figure out what you want, and then figure out what your partner wants, and you guys figure out something together. And respect always has to be a part of it. Like, if you don't like what your partner is saying, yeah, just still hear them out. If they're being respectful, be respectful to listen to those ideas and those thoughts. This lifestyle isn't for everyone, and we say that all the time, but I also can't tell you if it's going to work for you. I can only tell you what works for me.
You don't know everything your partner thinking. You know what I'm saying? So it might come a time where your partner expressed some shit to you that you didn't think that they would ever, you know what I'm saying, that they wasn't into, and then so it's super important to not make them feel fucked up about sharing some shit with you when you supposed to be their person they supposed to share shit with.
And then they're not going to want to share anymore, whether it's about thinking about this lifestyle or cutting their hair, because they don't like that you react so harshly. Just respect each other's thoughts and feelings. And again, some of this shit doesn't have anything to do with the lifestyle. It's just life, period. Constantly keep communication open, even if you don't always get to resolve things. Because if you're talking about something new for the both of you, you may not know how to resolve it. The biggest part is just sharing, and I'm gonna share how I feel with you, and it may take you a couple days to process that. You may not process it. You may say that it's a deal breaker for you, and then you decide if you want to suppress your thoughts and feelings on the lifestyle. I also understand, as a woman, sometimes that's done for children's sake, or parents' sake, scared of being judged by your parents or people in your community. If you are scared of being judged, this lifestyle is not for you. A lot of people keep their involvement in the lifestyle private, but I also believe there's only so much privacy you can do when you are attending events with other people. Yes, like-minded people, but yeah, it's not for everybody, which I get. But if it's something that you're thinking about, don't necessarily shut it down without exploring all the options that you have available. I think one idea is just with your partner, like, do a challenge. Like, what's your fantasy? Like, bring up one fantasy this week and let's talk about it. We're not arguing. We're not upset with each other. I didn't see you flirting with the girl at the bar. We're just a regular conversation. What's something you've thought about and that you've wanted? I asked him about his bucket list. I'm 99% sure he still ain't got an answer. And for me, that makes me really happy because I know that we live our lives. Like I said, it's not a joke. It's not a facade. And that it's not something he wants to do, but it ain't nothing that he really, really want to do because we've done it. And we just keep doing it because that's what we do. We do.
What's on your bucket list?
I don't know either. Like, I mean, there's a few things, but it's a few things. He knows about all the things. Yeah, they'll happen when they happen, but it's not gonna be a shocker. It's just because it's us. We connect with each other often, and even interacting with new people, trying to get to know us. It's like apparently we're different, and I fuck with that. I already know it, but it kind of puts it in perspective when we see how other people interact, for sure. What we doing?
Man, I'm hungry.
You hungry? We gonna go eat.
We're gonna go eat.
We gonna grab some food. What we doing the next episode? So first episode. So we gonna take y'all through there. Take me through there. Okay, I gotta quit hanging out. My daughter, she got me fucked up. I don't even know what that thing is. Take me through there. Take me through there. You got it. First episode, what's the difference between poly and swinging? We broke down not all the differences. We broke down the majority of the differences. Hopefully that gave y'all a different perspective and some, just some insight on what it really is. Today we just kind of talked about how to broach the conversation. Surprisingly, that took an hour. It's important. How do you start? What do I do? When we leave here, I'm actually going to host a discussion with some women that just have questions. They have questions on how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, what it means. And we're going to have a private discussion. We're going to go to the lake. We're going to smoke on something, sip on something. And we just going to talk about what it looks like because it's disheartening for me when I see women not to live in their purpose. And if their purpose is not being monogamous, that's a part of their purpose. And essentially, I guess I feel like it means you're suppressing what you want, and then that can lead to resentment and unhappiness. So that's why we here, y'all. We just want everybody to understand that there is another lifestyle that you can live. It's not for everybody. It is for a lot of people. And if you think that this lifestyle is for you, then these shows, we hope, are giving you just a little bit of what you needed to try to figure this shit out. We're always here to answer any questions for y'all.
Send them questions, man.
Send the questions, comment, like, love, subscribe, share. Put them
questions in the comments.
Y'all can put the questions in the comments. We watch the comments.
Got an email address, but I don't
this dude, y'all, he's fucking fired, man. He better take me to get some fire ass food for all this.
Get some food, y'all.
We'll be back episode 3. I don't know what we're gonna talk about yet, but we're gonna figure it out. If y'all have any topics that y'all want to hear about, if y'all have any people that y'all know that might be interested in even joining us, hit us up, let us know. We appreciate y'all tuning in as always. We are at Briarcliff in Kansas City with a fucking amazing view, getting ready to head to a black owned restaurant called Chicken and District Biscuits.
That's what you want?
That's what he about to give me, y'all.
We out, y'all.
Bye.